Lorraine Kelly's co-star Dr. Hilary Jones has backed Dame Esther Rantzen's campaign to legalise assisted dying in the UK, following his mum Noreen's recent death aged 97. The medical expert made the on-air call following Lorraine's latest interview with Esther's daughter Rebecca Wilcox today, in which she echoed her mum's calls for a law change and reflected on the pain her father suffered before his death. Esther, who has stage 4 lung cancer, has called for those with physical illnesses, and a life expectancy of 6 months or less, to have the right to choose when they die. During her daughter's chat with Lorraine, Rebecca hailed her mum as extraordinary for her campaign work so far, which reached the attention of Labour leader Keir Starmer this week. Rebecca also went on to discuss how seeing her late father suffer in the lead-up to his death overrode previous happy memories of him. After the interview, Hilary said he knew all too well about seeing a loved one suffer following his mum's recent death. Backing Esther's calls, he shared, "Rebecca and Dame Esther are absolutely right. We've got antiquated, cruel laws which prolong people's suffering. I'm completely behind that campaign. We need to change the laws on assisted dying." Hilary went on to say that while people will have concerns about legalizing the procedure, it was important to give those suffering a choice. People will say that mentally ill people or vulnerable people might be taken advantage of. You can mitigate against that. You can have things in place that stops that happening, he explained. There are these arguments against it, which have to be put forward for balance. But, my mother was 97, she was completely with it, but the last few days of her life, she couldn't breathe, she couldn't swallow. She had a syringe driver and an excellent palliative care team, but it wasn't enough. She was still suffering. Recalling her words to him as she laid in pain, he added to Lorraine, she said, "Hilary, I know you would like to help me to end my suffering and I'd like you to, but I won't let you because you can't, especially you can't." So, I had to watch the last few days of her life in suffering unnecessarily, so we need to have this conversation and we need to change the law. We need to do it urgently, not by the end of the decade.